make sense, but the little we got, they trying to say, and I'm still breathing, breathing, and I'm still breathing, breathing, yeah.
95.5 WBRU, in tune right now to Midnight Madness with your boys D1 and Don Pablo, and now special guest Jon Hope. He has entered the building. How are you doing so far?
I'm doing really, really well, man. How you guys doing?
It's good. It's good.
Chilling. Good to have you with us.
Yes. What's going on, Prov City? This is a wonderful evening.
Yeah, want to shout out your people real quick?
Oh, man, I want to shout out.
Or you want to do that at the end?
Well, let's just shout out the whole Providence and Rhode Island, the whole 401. And that's it, man. Let's get into it.
All right, let's get to it. So, we were doing a little digging on the internet.
Okay.
And we found a blog on XXL by Mr. Carl Jackpot Cherry. And so everybody knows about the Sean Bell controversy that went down.
Yes, terrible tragedy.
And the acquittal of those cops.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who don't have a little background, there's a man named Sean Bell from New York and was shot outside of a nightclub by some cops who were doing, I guess they were doing a sting. Was that what it was?
Something like that.
Right. At the strip club.
The sad part was it was the day right before his wedding.
Right.
And there was a trial all year. And was it like last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, they announced the verdict of the trial. And both cops.
All three cops were acquitted. All charges.
Yes.
And to me, I saw this on CNN. The messed up thing about it was one of the cops shot like 31 rounds or something ridiculous. And if you go on CNN.com in the article, there's a witness expert, like a gun expert, and he shows how long it takes with a standard police issue rifle, a handgun, to shoot 31 rounds, and it took him like 15 seconds.
It's terrible, man. And I believe one of those guys reloaded.
Oh yeah, that guy had to reload.
Yeah, that dude
had to like
reloaded.
drop a clip, put it back in.
You know, we're talking about a situation where you have individuals who are trained. We're talking, we're human beings and stuff like that, but these individuals are trained people and they're held to a higher standard. And for something like that to go down, it's just like a terrible situation, man.
Yeah, they're not supposed to mess up.
Exactly.
But yeah, so the point of telling you about this is you have a song about police brutality called Blue Devils.
Yep.
Which was, you said it was from a year ago?
Yeah, actually it was released
Terminology.
A year ago, featuring the homie Terminology. It was on a record, on a project that I had called The Audacity, which was hosted by Static Selector. And, the premise behind Blue Devils obviously is police brutality, but, I also released a video for it, and there's a little disclaimer where I say, police brutality isn't, the misconception is that it's a racial issue,
right.
Specifically, white cops beating on black guys or Hispanics, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I think it's more so, that's a small element, but it's more so the powerful beating on the powerless, you know what I mean? Like it's a form of oppression to me.
Right.
And so I show that, there's clips, and I talk about it on a more universal platform where, everybody's a victim of police brutality, and it affects people in more ways than one.
Was there any event in particular that led you to do this project and write this song? Anything personal that you've gone through?
It was a mixture of life experience and then actually the Sean Bell's initial situation, not so much the verdict.
Because the song was from a whole year ago when the event happened.
When the event occurred, exactly. So that's pretty much what triggered the actual record,
So I guess there's been some sort of re-leaking on the internet and increased, appearance of this track, and so on XXL, this blogger writes, these rappers are exploiting Sean Bell. That's the headline of his blog entry, and he's talking about, he mentions you specifically. He says, I sure heard Jon Hope and Terminology. Only minutes after the Bell verdict was announced last week, I received Blue Devils, a song billed as a Sean Bell tribute. And he says he listens to the whole song, and all he hears is a small Sean Bell ad-lib from you during the song's first hook. Yeah. And so at the end of the blog, he says, these songs just come off as a bit too convenient, especially from unestablished artists, he says. And why are you doing the song? If these rappers really want to take a stand, I'm sure there are better ways to make a difference. I'm sure these rappers mean well, but some of them are definitely exploiting Sean Bell. Speak on it.
Well, I can understand where he's coming from to an extent, but I think hip hop, you know, at least what I perceive hip hop to be, has always been something that was deep rooted in speaking about certain experiences and issues. You know, even starting back with Melly Mel and The Message. So, you know, it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. I mean, should I start talking about, you know, how many times do we hear girls, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, kill, you know what I mean? Like, so the one situation where, you know, I think it was a great opportunity for us to use our voice and our talent, you know, certain people like this gentleman kind of, you know, criticize it a little bit. But I can understand how some people, I'm sure they have, you know, ulterior motives. This is a great outlet for them to get on and stuff like that. But I was popping before, you know, that record. You know, that's not my end all be all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, to me, it's more of an issue of timing, and I don't see. I mean, even if you did release this with good timing for this reason, I think people are more in tune with these kinds of issues when they're in the media.
Absolutely.
So to have a song released at this time for the very purpose, because the Sean Bell verdict was just announced, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that's exploiting Sean Bell. I think that's bringing
awareness,
a new dialogue to the table.
I mean, that's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna make people want to buy the Audacity all of a sudden, like make you tons of more money.
Not at all.
You know, it's more of an issue awareness to me. So I see where he's coming from as well, though.
Yeah. I'm sure some people, like I said, they have ulterior motives and whatnot. But for me, I mean, that came from a genuine place. If y'all check out the YouTube, you see it says added August 2007. You know what I mean? It's not like it came out
dated
the day of. You know what I'm saying? So it's dated, man. So it's all good, man.
Yeah, it's paper trail on the internet.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we'll get more political later on the show. We can talk a little bit about the presidential race. There's two primaries coming up this week, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think
Indiana
and Tuesday, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we can get to some politics a little bit later. I know a lot of people listening in are some political cats that like to hear that political rap.
Uh-oh.
So, should we just get to some more music?
Let's go into it.